Detective Chief Inspector Owen Seeger. James Parker. On July the 12th, he was seen leaving the premises of a Mr. and Mrs. Cunningham's. Various items of jewellery, gold watch, some money were taken. Do you like robbing pensioners, do you? August 17th, you were seen coming out of a subway by Kirkdale Station, where a Mr. Kevin Walsh was beaten and mugged. 2 other separate occasions, you were seen leaving the local off-licence Blackburn Grove, where you live, round the corner, which is a coincidence. Do you recognise this?
No.
What about that? So you don't recognise your own picture? You know, I'm tired. And when I'm tired, I get a bit angry. So what I'm going to do, James, is I'm going to ask you to admit this. Because I've already got you banged to rights.
I don't know what you're talking about.
4 crimes, 4 separate occasions. CCTV, witnesses, fingerprints. I don't even have to be here. Why I'm here is because I'm curious. See, I'm curious as for someone who's never even had so much as a parking ticket would do this in the space of 4 months.
Maybe I was bored.
You were bored? Are you trying to be funny? No. You trying to be a smart ass with me? So you were bored? So you're robbing old people's houses? Mugging people? Do you think you'd be bored when you're in jail? Because that's where you're going. You're going to go to jail. There's no get off. I mean, the policy is you commit an offence the first time and they let you away with it. Well, you've done 4. You're a proper little scumbag, aren't you? You're going to admit it. But when you do admit it, I'm going to hear some little sob story. Daddy left home. Mummy didn't love me enough. So what's your bullshit going to be? Because you'll have to make it quick.
I did those things.
So you're admitting it?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Because I won't have to phone your wife now, will I? What's her name? Claire?
Don't phone that, please.
I thought she'd verify. Well, you've admitted it now.
Claire doesn't need to know any of this. She doesn't even know I've done this. She thinks I'm still at work.
You know, I've been doing this job for 15 years and I still can't understand why you've done this over. I mean, before this you had a perfect record, clean as a whistle. And then over the space of 4 months you turn into a scumbag. James, is anyone? Do you owe money?
No.
Loan sharks?
No.
Well then give me a reason. Give me a reason so you don't have to. Go down, spend tonight in the cells, then tomorrow you'll be taken to prison, where you'll be kept on remand until your court case comes up. So I think you're going to have to phone Claire anyway. You're going to have to tell her. You're going to have to tell her to come up and visit you.
No, I won't do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to know the reason, so I can get this over with. I want to know a decent reason why anyone like you would do these crimes.
My daughter, she was diagnosed with an illness that the NHS can't treat. And we've had to pay for it out of our own pockets.
You know I can't check up on this.
It's all true. Oh, it's all true. I worked, and then of all the things that happened, I lost my job. I felt completely helpless. I felt the worst dad in the world. I had nothing to do. I didn't know what I was doing, so I did what I had to, and I went out there and I made that money for my daughter. Well, I didn't really expect you to understand anyway. You have no idea what it's like.
You don't expect me to understand? I don't know what it's like. I've lost someone. I've lost someone. Years ago, I was busy arresting real criminals, not scumbags like you idiots. I got a phone call. I had to go down to the hospital. When I went in, they told me my son had died. I don't really remember much after that. Just coming home at night. I was on tablets, whiskey. Nearly lost my job. I remember my wife. See, every now and again, she'd find a toy. A little blanket, a rattle. Something that would remind us, and then it'd be my turn. It was misery, both of us. We nearly split up. We hated each other. We just reminded each other what we'd had. The house was cold, miserable. So I do know what it's like, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Well, then can't you see why I did it?
So that's your excuse?
That's my
your
excuse.
What about the old lady who's come home to a house that's ransacked? What about the man who'll be too scared to go out, Mr. Walsh?
I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't think about it.
What do you think's going to happen now? You mean you can't just walk away from this? This is 4 crimes. I want you to remember something, James. I want you to remember that when you're down there, when you're in that cell with the pimps and the rapists, I want you to remember what you've done to the old lady. Stealing her stuff. I want you to remember what you've done. I'm not really that. The off licence is something else. You mugged someone and you broke into someone's house. I want you to remember that when you were in jail getting bounced from cell to cell. When your wife comes to visit with the sick child, do you think she'll come up and visit? Do you think she needs you as another burden?
I thought you would understand. I need a second chance.
A second chance would have been possible if you'd have done this once. But 4.
Please. Please, if I go to prison, it will tear my family apart.
I know what happened. I know what happened with my family. But that doesn't excuse what you've done.
It was just stuff.
Stuff. You've got to realise, no matter how painful, no matter how bad, it's going to do no good. You being in jail?
I thought I was doing the right thing. I can see what I've done has caused so much damage, but I can't go back and change that. All I have left now is my daughter. I don't even know how long she's going to have left, but I want to spend that time with her. I don't want to be in jail. And what I did was wrong. But I'd never do it again. Please, detective, I'm just asking for this one last chance. Please.
You know, I'm going to do something that I've never done before in my life. And it's going to be risky for me. I'm going to break every rule in the book. Do you know what I'm going to do?
Please.
I'm going to get you out of here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Listen, I'll put things right.
James, shut up. Listen. If I let you go, then I'll be breaking every rule in the book. But if you let me down and do any more crimes like this, then I'm going to break every rule in the book, and I'm going to come after you, and you're going to feel and know what it's like to be a real criminal. Do you understand? Do you understand me?
Yeah, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Go home to your family. Remember what I said.